Right. The first things I didn't like, and I still don't like, is the services. I'm in a service right now. I'm in Watford Gap. What I don't like is people when they are going out of the services, they need to merge onto the motorway. Instead of accelerating and adapting the speed to the traffic, they decelerate, they wait for everyone to pass, and they no, this is wrong, people. Because if you do that, we will collide. Because as you can probably know, oops, that fall over. Lorry driver, they need to, because they are the biggest elephant, they are like 44 tons. They need to make way for other participants to traffic, and they need to let people go, and they need to stay on default left lane. So imagine coming out, a car is coming, or another lorry, another vehicle is coming out from services. Instead of building speed to accelerate, they decelerate and they're reducing speed. Nu sunt transgender, nu sunt nimic gay, nu am nimic gay, îmi cunosc sexualitatea. Nu am nimic Botea Tudor Daniel, nu sunt transgender. O să ignor acest comment, cam răutăcios, dar asta e. Right, that was the thing I didn't like. Like, they're not, when they're merging onto the motorway. Credeam că nu vorbești român. When they are merging onto the motorway, they're not accelerating. And as I am on default lane, that means we collide. But in the worst case scenario, I need to reduce speed and let the idiot just come in and just go, bro. Right. Another things that I don't like when I'm driving a lorry is another lorry coming shoulder to shoulder with me, just driving at the same time. So we're driving both shoulder to shoulder. So I'm like, bro, do you think you can take me? If you think you can overtake me, just go. But then if you are loaded and I'm empty, and then what's your favorite car? Man, I like Suzuki, I like BMs, and I like Skoda or Skoda. Or I like I like Japanese cars and um, yeah, and BMs. Right. What I was saying, when you are driving shoulder to shoulder with another lorry, this is not good. This is not good because one, you are not making the traffic fluid, so you are blocking some lanes, and in that moment you need to reduce speed and let the guy overtake you. So basically, you are like being the biggest elephant in the room, you are everyone's bitch. So you need to drive slowly, drive on your left-hand lane by default, and then yeah. Another things I don't like. The third thing I don't like about the traffic here in the UK on their motorways, and not necessarily on the motorways, but on a road or national road, is the fact that they are cutting you off just like that. As you being a big lorry, you need to have some safety space in front of you, in front of the next vehicle, because you take more time to stop the vehicle. That's why all the time you need to reduce speed and stay behind, keep a gap, keep a safety gap so you can make every maneuvers safely. But there are some guys who are just cutting you off and they are using this space in front of your lorry, saying like, "Oh, he's a big lorry, I have time," or "Oh, look at this space in front of the lorry. Let me just go into it." And then you need to again brake, go back, hang on a minute, and then stuff like that. And also, what I hate about them, some people they don't signal. So why are you having this signal on your car? Just to use it. Just let me know your intention. At the roundabout, people are like going left or right without signaling, and I need to guess. Oh my God, which way is he going? Is he going left? Do I need to wait? I don't need to wait. Do I need to go? When you're going left, just signal left. When you're going right, signal right. When you're going straight, don't signal. I told you about the default left lane for the lorries and some useful things. Think I wish, fuck, I cannot talk right now. I wish I knew when I first started. It's like a non-written rule. No one teaches you this stuff. On the motorway, you have like your arrows pointing down with directions, the blue on the top of it, on the top of the lane. So Birmingham, Coventry, Oxford, uh, Manchester, and also you have like an arrow oblique pointing left, just like that. It's not down, it's not vertical, but it's like oblique. It's like pointing to the left. That means you can stay on the left-hand lane, and then because at some point you get to the you get the option if you want to turn left, but you can still use the left-hand lane. I don't know if I make any sense. Does it make any sense to you? And then when you have the arrow pointing down, and let's say you are on the arrow pointing down Birmingham, and the next arrow pointing down is another lane saying Manchester. And if you need to go to Manchester, you just need to signal and get on the other side. And this arrow down is very important because you need to see from advance and have a perspective like um, wh- which way is pointing so you can be on the right lane. And the trick I wanted to share to you, if you wanted to stay on a lane in the middle, if you find yourself in a situation when you are like closer to the left or closer to the right, and you can never get it. This happened to me once, but there was some YouTube videos and some guy told me, your foot, your knee, try to position your knee as you're driving, like in the middle of the lane. So in this way, you are in the middle with your vehicle. So look at your knee, how you're standing with your knee. Your knee should be in the middle of the lane. If your left knee is on the middle of the lane, well, if you are in the UK, you're driving a steering wheel on the right hand side. So your default lane is left. If you are in Europe, you're driving on the other side. Um, you have the steering wheel on the left side of the car, and then you're driving on the right hand side. So then use the right knee to stay in the center lane. And if you drive in the UK, use the left knee, center it into the middle so you can be centered into the middle lane. I hope that makes sense. If you find any value in my video today, in my daily truck vlog, please subscribe, comment, and yeah, let's interact. I want to hear from you. What's your biggest challenging on driving on the motorways here? And yeah, see you again in the next video. Take care.